When the commissioner called the commissioner's trophy a hunk of metal, did you do one of those ooh moments sitting in your chair when that happened, Karl? Or was that something just later on it kind of dawned on everybody that he referred to it as that?
I think, I'll be honest with you, Rich, I think later on it kind of dawned on everybody, and there were only a handful of instances where he would do something that I would have that, well, wait a minute, that can't be right, or are you sure about that? So the hunk of metal probably slid by without me paying too much attention to it. And I probably, to some degree, understood at that point the sort of rhetorical part of what he was saying. He was making a point, as he acknowledged later, in a poor way, that if I just take away the trophy, whether it's a piece of metal or it's 24-karat gold, that to me is less symbolic than the punishment that I issued, which is to, in a sense, Hester print this entire organization, and they'll be walking around with that scarlet letter for the rest of their lives.
So they kind of are anyway, though, and that's I mean, every single time you take a look at what's going on from an angle, then it twists in a way that's uncontrollable by baseball. And the twist that I honestly didn't see coming was the full-throated, angry, full-throated issues that the rest of the players in Major League Baseball are taking. Karl, is this surprising to you in any way, shape, or form?
Well, I think, it's like a tidal wave. I mean, it started to gather steam, and then you start to throw the biggest names in the game on there, and you've got the West Coast covered with Bellinger and Trout. You got the East Coast covered with all the Yankees and everyone in between. I don't think we've ever experienced, even with performance enhancers. I mean, remember when we were in the whole steroid era, that really reduced itself to the people that used, and then those that were so quiet they didn't say anything. In this case, everyone is saying something about it, and it's uniformly sort of manifested in the fact that they don't believe, and I think it's moving towards this. Forget the fact that they weren't punished as individuals. I get the sense that many players are beginning to understand with the immunity, et cetera, that isn't going to happen. But the idea that they were cheated, I mean, look, you, me, Aaron Judge, whoever it is, have played competitively at some level. And you recognize when someone is cheating, the playing field is not level. And that infuriates you. And now, instead of what we used to do, on our own fields, these guys are doing it for millions of dollars. They're doing it for legacy. They're doing it to be World Series champions, which does, in the long run, carry a great deal of cachet when you're out speaking, when you're trying to get into the Hall of Fame, and somebody cheated them out of that. And it's not surprising that it's the best players in the game who are in that realm of MVP awards, World Series, given the teams that we've heard most of these players talk from. Those are legacy things, and somebody cheated them out of it. So I understand the venom, and I understand the anger.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.